Wind-child, sun-child, what is Kutath? Child-bearers, laugh-bringers, that is Kutath. It was a game, Shon'jir, the passing game, Kell-style, in the dim round hall of the Kell, the middle tower of the house, black-robed men and a black-robed woman, a circle of 10. Warriors, they played the round not like children with a pair of stones, but with the spinning blades of the aeons that could wound or kill. On the name beat, the snap of fingers, the aeons flew across the seated circle of players, and skilled hands seized the hilts in mid-turn to beat the time and hurl the blades on in the next name beat. Fire-child, star-child, what is Kell? Sword-bearers, song-weavers, that is Kell. They played without words, with only the rhythm of their hands and the weapons, flesh and steel. The rhythm was as old as time and as familiar as childhood. The game had more meaning than the act, more than the simplicity of the words. The game of the people it was called. Dawn-child, earth-child, what is Sen? Rune-makers, home-leaders, that is Sen. A Kellen who flinched, whose eye failed or whose wits wandered, had no value in the house. The boys and girls and women of the Kutath played with stones to learn their skill. Those who became Kellen played thereafter with edged steel. The Kell, like the mothers and children of the gentle Kutath, laughed as they played. They of Kell caste were brief and bright as moths. They enjoyed life because they knew this. Then child, now child, what are we? Dream-seekers, life-bearers, we are— A door opened, echoing, the sound rolling through the hollows and depths of the tower. Sen Sathel broke in upon them, suddenly and without warning or courtesies. The rhythm ceased. The blades rested in the hands of Niun, the youngest Kellen. The Kell as a whole inclined their heads in respect to Sathel Stelas, chief of Sen caste, the scholars. Gold-robed he was, like light breaking into the dark hall of the martial Kell, and he was very old, the oldest man of all in the house. "Kellanth," he said quietly, addressing Edan, his counterpart in the Kell. "Kellain, news has come. The rumor is the war has ended. The Regal have asked the humans for peace." There was utter silence. An abrupt move. The aeons whirred and buried points in the painted plaster of the far wall. The youngest Kellen rose and veiled himself and stalked from the gathering, leaving shock in his wake. The Senanth and the Kellanth looked at each other, old men and kinsmen, helpless in their distress. And from the deepest shadows one of the Duce, a brown, slope-shouldered mass larger than a man, stirred and rose, ambling forth into the light in that mournful, abstracted manner of Duce. It pushed its way irreverently between the two elders, thrusting its massive head at the Kellanth, who was its master, seeking comfort.